someone's playing some weird tabletop thing, and I go, oh, I'll go check that out because
Yeah.
maybe I want that tabletop RPG.
Perfect.
And then usually the people that do it aren't particularly interesting or.
That's the problem I have with watching the streams that I produce. Is that
I'm
I don't personally consume them.
I wanted to after watching your YouTube of you guys playing Garfield Kart.
Yes.
It was very strange to me a couple times going, oh, I'll just talk to them now. But of course, it's
Oh
like a
yeah,
day
of
ago
course,
that you.
because you usually can do that.
Yeah, so it's like, oh well, wait a second, I'll go say hello. And it's like, and I can't do that,
No.
but I can like the video, and I was the first one to like the video.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's sweet.
Second one to view it, first one to like
uh,
Talking about.
so I hear I see that Alexia is here.
I am. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there you are.
Oh, hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Hello.
Alexia. How are you doing?
Oh, good. You?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. I
making
love
a
your
voice.
name, by the way.
Thanks.
Candy trap. It's Yuza. It's Yuza.
It is
Yeah.
Yuza.
Yuza.
So, Raven, are we playing the same characters as last time?
Yes.
I am.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Why is your voice so low?
You don't have to. I guess.
Oh, Raven turned
Yes.
me down.
Let me see. I need to find my little PDF of Lasers and Feelings. It's in here somewhere.
Lasers and feelings.
And
Holy
feelings and
poo!
lasers.
I was just looking up floating shelves on Amazon,
Yeah.
and the very first ones are $230 for two mini
Oh.
floating shelves.
Wow.
They're so expensive on Amazon. It is terrible. Highly
Wow.
recommend IKEA if possible.
These are hardwood, though. That's
Oh.
maybe why.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't need hardwood ones.
Mm.
$20 is more my speed.
Like a tenth of what you were going to pay.
What are you putting on the shelves that costs less than $20?
I'm putting the router and modem that I got from the cable company. Because I don't like it being down so low and then the wires have to go up the wall. So if I put it on the shelf, it won't have to go up the wall.
Yeah. Well, you certainly don't need to spend $230 on a shelf
on
for
a
your
router shelf. Yeah.
No. Especially since I don't give a crap if it breaks. Cause
Mine is just literally on a cardboard box.
Yeah.
It's
that works.
there's a jack, how they are down by the floor. And
Yeah.
the wire is about 3 inches long. And instead of getting an extension, I just put a box there and put the router on top. We're gonna have a better solution for it.
I don't think people
Eventually.
understand what floating shelves are.
Cardboard boxes are perfectly fine.
They're
Yeah.
listing floating
Cardboard
shelves, and they
boxes.
have freaking braces on them. I'm like, a floating shelf does not have braces. Hence, floating.
Yeah, they got to be floating. All right, you know what? There's I'm gonna be rolling for a threat, for a conflict right now. So I'm going to be making sounds, and you won't know what they are.
Ooh. Ooh.
Do we get bonuses if we guess correctly what they are?
That would be nice.
No, I'd have to change it. You'll figure it out eventually.
Okay.
I know exactly what it is.
You
have to go collect a purple fungus from a old musician in an Aztec temple while he's shaving his head.
Okay.
Well,
That sounds
I
exciting.
do not need to re-roll that.
That's very, very specific.
Oh, and he has a dog.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And I really love the adventure seeds that they do.
Yeah. What do they do?
I have...
There's like a D6 chart in Lasers and Feelings in the main page of the rules.
Yeah.
And you just roll the whole conflict, and that's like the episode for the night.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the state that I'm temporarily living in recently passed a law that says you don't need a license to carry weapons like handguns.
Ooh.
Like you don't need a special permit for carrying unconcealed weapons, which usually in every other state you need a special license to do that.
Yeah.
Usually you have to be
Wow.
like the
Yeah.
license that you have to be a cop or something like that. You have to
Yeah.
have a reason for it. Like some let you carry concealed weapons if you have a special
Yeah.
training for it, but not unconcealed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the state of Tennessee recently passed that you can carry unconcealed weapons, which I think is ludicrous and stupid, but has allowed a real life cosplay that I want to do. Of I'm gonna dress up as like an old Western gunslinger and
Nice.
go everywhere like that.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty great.
Get a lot of people like that. A real 6-shooter on your belt. I don't, and they'll be talking like that because
yourself, are you feeling lucky, punk?
Are you gonna go full sheriff or full bandit?
I'm gonna be
One
like
closely.
gunslinger. I'm neither. I'm like a gun for hire.
right,
nice.
yeah, like a mercenary.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just gone for hire.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so I'm reading here. I've got 3 characters on my sheet, and there are four people at the table. I'm just gonna read out.
Yes.
Actually, you guys should read out your characters. I'll remind you if you don't remember.
I'll do it.
Okay, you first.
Though the information I have on my character is small.
Okay. It's small for me too. I mean, it's
Yeah. I remember that I'm a cat.
no.
But I
you're a
look like
robot.
I'm an android cat. Aren't I?
Right. Okay. Somehow I
Was I
forgot
not an
that.
android cat?
Somehow I forgot that. I don't know if you were said that before, but you can definitely have like,
Well, maybe I'm just.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
I'm
you-
just thinking for our Monday night game. Because what I actually was trying to do was that. What was it called again? Spar? No, Pulsar. That's it. The character I have in that looks like a robot cat.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Figured I'd
Pulsar,
do-
of course. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just figured I would expand on that. His name
Mhm.
is Dr. Rob Bott.
Yep.
Robot.
Rob
Rob
Bots.
Bot.
Rob
Bot.
Doctor though.
Or just Doc.
That's
But
the
he probably
important-
doesn't like that.
Dr.
Exactly.
Rob Bot.
That's the one. My name is Dr. Rob Bott. Because I'm a medical guy,
Yes, perfect.
right? Because I'm making sure that that's one of the things that I could be, and I'm pretty sure I am. Let me just take one last little quick look here. Just sorry to slow you down. In this, there it is.
Yeah, it's no problem.
All right, quickly look. Because as I recall, there was a goal. Because my goal was to meet space aliens. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because there's a new person here, I thought I'd do a little explaining.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I was an android. Remember that part?
Yeah,
And
yeah, for
2
sure.
is it, choose character, doctor, envoy, engineer, explorer, pilot.
Yeah, and I
So,
remember that you're not as much the surgeon because you have less lasers, more feelings. You're more of
Yes.
the physician, the bedside manner
Yeah.
doctor.
I'm the bedside manner guy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a 2. My number is 2.
Mhm.
And I have to roll higher than a 2 for feelings and lower than a 2 for lasers.
Yes.
Anything else I can remember? Nope. That's it. And he talks like this most of the time.
Is
Not 'cause
bot
he-
Yeah.
with 2 T's?
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Yeah. And there are many different settings of voice that he has, but he likes this one specifically.
Cool.
That's
It
amazing.
sounds kind of cool.
All
I
right.
also base it off of my favorite actor, William Shatner.
Yes, perfect.
Well,
With
then
this,
you,
with
then you
the
need to do a
stilted.
more dramatic pause, like off my favorite actor, William Shatner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do believe we have to escape. It's heavens.
It's hard to do overacting as an understated robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is his problem.
All right. So that was Dr. Rob Bot, the cat droid. And I'd like Zippy Bravado to go next because they're
Oh,
probably the
okay.
first person you'd meet.
Yes, I will post her picture again.
Yeah.
In general, I
Yes.
am Zippy
Ah, yeah.
Bravado, your amazing captain. She is a hotshot captain, whose goal is to keep being awesome. Her in feeling she has a 1, and in lasers she has a 6.
Of
But her
course.
number is really a 3. She is the most amazing at everything. She is very decisive and not easily swayed from her position at all. She comes up with every good idea, and she's the most amazing captain ever. She's the best at anything ever. And you will not have any hijinks under her because everything she does goes exactly perfectly.
Mhm.
So do not worry.
So the when you say that you're not easily swayed, is that the reason why you didn't know you were under a suggestibility field?
Um, uh, she does not know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Um, um, of course, if there was something in the air that would make it so that someone was more suggestible, of course it would not affect her because she's so iron-willed. So it just wouldn't affect her.
Right, of course. All right. So
Can I ask?
that's the captain.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, what's your real name, like your person name, not your character name? I don't know you.
Oh, Amy, sorry.
That's I mean, okay, thank you. I
She's
wasn't
Amy,
sure if
yeah.
that was okay. Thanks. Sorry.
No
Hi,
problem.
Amy.
Hi.
All
I
right.
thought you'd played with Amy
Right.
in our pandemonium.
No, this is our first time playing.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
Amy,
don't
Amy
think-
came right after Alexia.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Sorry.
I think they almost
Ooh.
played together.
Almost.
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 Like
So
she
close.
left and I came in the next minute.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you left and she came back and I've never seen them both in the same room before.
Maybe they're the same person.
Shh, don't say.
Oh man, there was a megaphone one before, but now I can't find it. That would be
Oh.
perfect for is that Brannigan? No, Zippy Bravado.
And that's how she says her name.
Yeah. And Mouser, I guess, would be next.
Yeah. So I'm just known as Mouser, and I am a prospector of sorts. A sort of, I'm a passenger on this ship, but I've sort of become a crew member, due to experiences with these jokers. And yeah, I'm just this short, wiry fellow with spiky hair, and I'm into exploring alien planets, not necessarily to meet the cultures and stuff, but to figure out if I can get rich off of them. But I'm not really a bad sort. I'm pretty friendly and easy to get along with. But yeah, my main goal is to make fortune, and that's why I'm here. So
Perfect.
we crash landed on this planet, and I'm pretty excited about finding these void crystals.
I think I found the megaphone one.
Ooh.
One second.
Is this Zippy Bravado's voice?
Oh shit!
Zippy bravado!
Attention! Now here it is. This is your captain speaking.
All right. And that leaves one more person.
Me.
Yeah.
Just before, sorry, the one who's playing Mouser, what's your name? Like real name?
What's that?
What's your name? Do I know you?
My character name?
No, your real name.
Oh, my real name is JM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do remember you.
I was in the Pandemonium
Yeah.
group and earlier on. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember. The spring part got
It's been a
me.
while, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Hi. So I'm Alexia, but my character, her name is Zaneda or Zen. She's the security officer who's super high strung, but really loves her guns. So, and is not afraid to shoot. So, get out of my way and otherwise you'll get shot.
Are you a human? I guess.
Oh,
I think
enhanced human,
most
like
of us are.
android
Yeah. Oh yeah.
parts? Yeah,
Like
he
sort of
switched on me.
cyborgy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect.
Yeah, because we need a security officer.
I am. I'm going to message you privately on the Discord server. 1 second. All right, I have sent that to you, and I'll get back over here so nobody can see what that was. Oh yeah, there's your picture of Zippy Bravado. Absolutely, in the general chat.
Yeah.
All right. So
I couldn't find one, like, she's always in this dress uniform, but it also has like medals all over it. But if you look closely, you could tell like one is like a cat collar, another's like, like was fashioned herself with a Dremel. Like
yeah.
As
my
a
God.
question, I've forgotten. Is it Captain Zippy or Zippy?
it's Captain Zippy Bravado.
The whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
All right. So
And I'm sorry, Spring, just one more sec there.
Mhm.
Sorry. What's your character's name again? Spring?
Mouser?
Mouser.
Mouser.
That's-
Yeah.
You'd think I'd know that being a
That should be
cat.
the yeah, it should be
Are-
the
are
kitty's
you-
name.
Are you actually mouse shaped or are you human?
I am human. But yeah.
All right, perfect. So from what I remember from last time, there was some time to get together a ship. You defeated the little instance of the Hive Armada, and there were about, how many were there? There were like 25 or so Hive Armada units. They're robots. There were some that were simian. They're big tanky things, but they can also serve as science, creatures that can do science. There was also a whole bunch of little roly-poly bugs as well.
Yes.
Just like kind of going around scouting out. They couldn't see very far. They weren't very good, but I don't know. Maybe they were cheap to build or something.
Yeah.
So
Easy to manufacture.
so yeah, you guys defeated them in a frontal assault, a retreat, and then another frontal assault.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It was tactical repositioning.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The words
There's
"run
training
away"
and
were never.
bravado is involved.
Yeah.
The words "run away" were never involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, from what I remember from last time, you chose, instead of spending a lot of time on the planet to fix your ship, you chose. Oh, sorry. One important thing I forgot was that they had a cube. That's basically a replicator cube. That they had a bunch of like elements inside of. And you could tell it what to replicate, and it would replicate it for you like a 3D printer. And there was also a little container that was full of what are known as void crystals, which, first of all, are very valuable. They can power a void engine through void space to do faster than light travel. And also, they have a field of suggestibility, which in the right hands wrong hands probably would be very useful for taking over a city or something, like that, something like that. So these could be used for good, but also great evil. And you've got a whole bunch of them. So what I remember from last time is that instead of spending a whole lot of time and replicating parts for your ship and straightening it out, because when it crash landed, it was like bent. And so instead of straightening out your ship and replacing all the broken parts, what you did was you built a little orbital shuttle that was basically just a little flying saucer that will get you to orbit, and then you also printed out an electronic thumb that will send out a beacon that is like an SOS, come here, pick us up beacon.
I must say though, I object to the term crashed.
I was gonna say,
Was it a tactical repositioning?
It was a tactical repositioning of, all the parts on the ship, and
I believe the captain was trying to use it as a decoy to bring out the hostiles on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Captain?
Certainly. I mean, everything went exactly as it was supposed to.
As always, Captain. As always.
Yeah, and I promised you all this new stuff when we get back to somewhere we can, buy things. New awesome stuff for a new spaceship.
I do a drawing. I can't find my drawing anywhere.
Of your character?
No, of the ship that we had. It was a flying saucer with a hand on an extended arm with a thumb out.
Yes, of course. You did. You held it up and everything. I should have taken a screen cap of that and just posted it up here.
It was on something, but I mean, it took me hours to make. I'm certainly sure that I can reproduce it fairly quickly.
I've got my my camera open, but I forgot to actually turn on the video so you guys can see me.
I didn't open my camera this time.
Yeah, well, you have difficulty with your camera because it like goes to sleep or whatever, doesn't it?
Well, it seems to be better now. Like, I don't know. I don't know. somehow, like after a while, the USB port shuts down and it will recognize it, so I have to reboot if I don't use it for too long. And I mostly don't use it. So, but last time I turned it on, like I just like it had the option to turn it on, and I just did. But today I just forgot. So I mean, I can turn it on if you all want me to, but I don't really. It doesn't matter to me,
It
obviously.
might be difficult to get it back. My camera doesn't seem to be wanting to work either. So it's working on the stream. I guess you guys know what I look like. It's fine. It's probably fine. But anyways,
most of you know what I look like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely working on the stream.
Yeah. So there's that. And I would like to know, was Zanata always there, or is she a newcomer? Is she like somehow going to slot into the scene?
She was in
honestly,
cryogenic storage, maybe, or something.
on the on the great spaceship.
Yes.
That
You got
that
the name
was
correct. The
yeah,
great ship.
the great ship that got tactically repositioned and unfortunately nudged me awake, kind of thing,
Yes.
or tactically
Repositioned your
yeah,
consciousness.
yeah, or
You were
tactically what you call it when you're I forgot the
redeployed.
word. Yeah, sure.
Tactically redeployed.
Yeah. That works for me.
All right.
So I was there,
Yeah.
but not quite there yet.
Right. Yeah. All right. And so you were definitely taken on this. Oh, there you are, James. Oh, there it is. There's this
There you
flying
go.
saucer. The little hand and the thumb is up.
Cool.
Wait 1 second though.
Yeah.
There is Zen coming up from the
Yay.
under part of the ship.
Yeah, there she is.
My
I live.
stick figure needs long, beautiful hair.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, Zippy Brannigan bravado.
Is that better?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
It's like a
And it's animated and everything.
yeah, look at that. It's like realistic. Wow.
I animated it.
Where'd you get the budget for that?
The weeks I had to save. Craft dinners all the way.
Wow. So when we left off, you had gotten into orbits. You had used the thumb. It's just goes ding, ding into space, and you had used the thumb. And from the distance, you can see that there's like a field of stars, and one of the stars breaks away from the static field and starts moving towards you in this kind of back and forth pattern, possibly trying to indicate that they are there so that you don't feel snuck up on. But you feel like they're being obvious about coming towards you, and it's right at that point we have just begun, where I'm going to go get a new drink. So I will be right back.
I can like sneak away from the microphone. You can't. So.
All right, I'll be right back. One.
No problem.
You're back.
Oh right. So we see a blip in the sky?
Yeah.
Can
yeah,
I look around the shuttle and see if there's a what would that be called? Because my brain's not working all of a sudden. Something that you look through to see what something outside the ship is, and it goes boink. It's a radar, but it would be in space.
A viewer.
Is it a periscope?
Screen?
It's like one of those computery things where it says what kind of ship it is. all those sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know if we
References,
have
yeah.
that. I was gonna ask if we had anything like that. We don't really have.
There's probably not too much that's super high tech. It is
Yeah,
kind
this
of a
is a
lifeboat, right?
thrown
Okay.
together shuttle kind of thing. So
It is well
Yeah,
put
like-
together. It just doesn't have all the amenities you're used to.
Okay.
right, and we can't be like computer identify this ship.
What I will try to do by using my feelings,
Mhm.
Yeah,
which is more to techie stuff, right? Or is it like? I don't know. You tell me.
The lasers would be the techie stuff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and then feelings would be, the other stuff, the social stuff.
The other stuff.
yeah. But is it feelings that helps you identify like things? I mean, that's your experience. It's based on your past experiences, or maybe just what's in your data banks. I don't know.
What I'm trying to do here is my Android eyes have a zoom setting,
Right. Okay.
so I want to see if I can maybe see it. Now I have no idea how
Right.
far it is away.
You
so
probably
I'm-
won't need to roll with that, just because it's part of your body and it's like you know how to use them basically.
Okay.
But looking at
I'm
it,
assuming that it's not got like 1,000 rated zoom. It's more like I don't know. Let's say 10 times zoom.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably something like that. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to see microscopic things.
Yeah. I know the color of the hair of the person in the in the captain's chair.
Hold on, let me see if we can get a oh yeah, perfect, wonderful. I'm going to why am I on Bing?
Hear me?
What?
I'm on Bing. I'm trying to get an image
Can
for
anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. Can you hear? You
I
can hear me
I
though.
can hear you. Yeah. Can
Okay,
you can
okay.
hear us too, right?
I lost you for a second there.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
can now.
All right. Oh yeah, I
Shit,
see
yeah.
that. So I've got a picture in general. It is a ship with two I guess they're jets on the side. One neck that comes forward off of its main body, and that also appears to have a jet intake on it, or of some kind. It seems to be plated with this blue possibly a ceramic plating.
Oh, cool.
And there is a central dish as if it had a deflector dish as well, and that is what is coming towards you.
So Zippy will stop what she's doing, which is trying to figure out the replicator by poking at it and saying hot chocolate over and over again.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get how this works, and she's getting a little frustrated that it's not giving her hot chocolate. And will look up in the sky and quickly pull out her blaster and go, "To arms! A flying duck is coming at us."
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
Pew, pew.
I got this.
We don't have any weaponry.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't put any weaponry on it. Well, I guess that's up to you though, isn't it?
I mean, we have our hand weapons, but we don't have any ship weaponry.
Yeah, it would have taken a lot longer to like put like all of this extra stuff on it. When you were just trying to make a lifeboat.
Yeah, I mean, we are calling for help, so why don't we send the signal? We can radio them, right?
Yeah, for sure. You've got a what is it, like an FM radio?
Radio.
Hand radio?
FM
Ham radio?
1079.
A walkie-talkie.
91.1
Ship out in space. Hello? Over?
We hear you. We are coming to help you.
Oh,
And they
Yes, as I thought. Yes,
I don't know, guys. This sounds very ominous.
this
I don't
is-
think they want any good.
it sounds ominous, but I mean, it could just be a technologically created voice. I mean,
This is the helpful flying duck. I know of their tales quite well. Uh, Proceed with your course and come hell. Yeah.
I think before they like dock with us or board us or something, maybe we should find a secret place to stash these void crystals.
That's what I was thinking, Mouser. Well done. We shall find a place to hide them so that they are hidden.
Yeah.
Could I suggest the small hidden secret spot with the on my back?
Oh, that's
I will
very
point. There's
helpful.
like a little. There's like a little.
The compartments.
Yeah.
A secret compartment that
Nice.
like well, it's not actually just opens to the inside, like my in bits.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
perfect.
open that and there's like a little spot in there.
And
it's
you're even immune to the influence of the crystals.
That's what I was thinking, that I was immune to them, so it would not affect me in some horrible way.
Yeah, that's
Exactly
also
what
something.
I was going to suggest, Dr. Robot.
It's also
Well
something.
done.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, sorry.
There's also something I wanted to ask you. You are aware that these things will make you dumb. Like within seconds, you felt the influence of this field of suggestion, and you would need to contain it in some way.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
like how are you going to contain these things? Like it's fine to just say an appropriate container that will contain the field. But then also I'd like you to describe it, and we'll roll how well you put it together as well.
Got it.
So I mean, my
Anything
feeling
inside of
about
you- Oh, go ahead.
like these things, I mean, they make us suggestible, but presuming that we're all sort of working towards the same goal and we're a team, it shouldn't really negatively affect us, right?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. There's no effect. What are you talking about, effect?
I mean, we're not like working against each other, so like why would I don't know.
Yeah.
You're probably
I
right.
say
It
that-
probably makes us dumb.
Yeah. Could I say that when we were on the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cube that was there, did it have like it had like a glass sort of around it, did it not, or some bubbly thing? I can't remember exactly what it was now.
The cube, it didn't necessarily have a bubble around it. Are you talking about there was like a glass container that the void crystals were stored in. There was like a compartment, and you could slide out this glass container.
Right. I would have assumed that we brought that with.
Yeah, you can have brought that with you. But it's the field that I'm talking about. How are you going to contain the field of suggestibility? Because that glass container does not contain it.
Got it.
No, because they would be immune to it too, so they don't care if they're
the simian
exposed to the
the Hive Armada was immune to it. You're immune to it, Rob Bot. And it seems as if Zanata is affected less by it. I mean, she's got an organic brain, but it's been enhanced like mechanically, electronically, whatever. It makes it sound like pistons or something.
Little hamster on a wheel.
What if we put it in the cryo chamber I just came out of?
Give it a shot.
Well, I mean, I was thinking like the other day, or was kind of even talking about this, but I don't know if we have time. Like, if we could somehow figure out how to build a shield or something against the field, or have somebody build it for us. But like, we're about to get boarded by aliens, so
Yeah, that's. I'm thinking this is like a retroactive action. but-
Yeah.
This is a flashback.
Yeah, exactly.
Can the replicator do that?
The replicator can
Or is it more like a
can
3D
tell you.
printer?
It can't tell you anything. It can do what you program it to do. It's like a computer that way, right? So
Yeah.
But would it be able to do like a force field, or would we have to say, okay, I need this and this and this and that part so that when I connect it, it creates a force field?
it does not have an inbuilt force field. It does have a floating mechanism, but there's no bubble around it or anything.
Mm.
So, Dr. Rob, what kind of particles do we need to shield ourselves against? And can you help program the replicator?
Give me a moment.
The replicator is not working. It will not give hot
It
chocolate.
keeps giving you fish instead of hot chocolate, right?
Say,
All I've got is a mildly lukewarm Hershey's bar.
it
From your pocket. Sorry, James.
it is giving off neutrinos, and I believe if we create a hyperbolic inverted force field, it will protect us from the neutrinos. And so, yes.
Captain Bravado, what do you think?
That's exactly what I was going to suggest.
Excellent.
Great minds think alike, Dr. Robot.
So, who's the techie person in the group?
Probably you.
Well,
No, the
Not
lasery
me.
person.
no, I'm all
I've got
feelings.
a 3.
I have a 3.
Yeah, I also have a 3.
Anyone have a 4?
Or even a
What's the
5.
highest number?
I have a
Mouser?
4.
Okay,
got a 4,
you're about
Mouser?
the highest number.
Okay.
I have a
Um,
4. That's my number.
In the lasers and feelings description page,
Mhm.
it says helping.
Yep.
If you want to help someone else who's rolling, say how you try to help and make a roll. If you succeed, give them 1d plus 1d.
Mhm.
The idea being is I gotta make a roll, so
Yeah.
I would assume it would be a feelings roll.
Yeah. Lasers roll.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's
I'm helping.
technical.
For the for doing something technical, it's still going to be a lasers roll. Unless
Okay,
you
yeah.
can tell me how you're helping.
Well, I mean,
I
if
see
it's
what
gonna
you're
be,
saying.
yeah, it's all going to be technical, so it's going to be lasers. It's going to be lasers. It's just
Okay.
no way getting around. Because the idea being is that anything I can't see, like moral support, maybe would be the only thing I could see
Yeah.
for feelings.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought I would ask you because you're the medical expert,
Yeah.
right? So
But you're the one that steals antiquities throughout the world, so you probably have a better idea of how to build something to contain something.
okay,
Yeah.
lend me your moral support then.
It would be sort of a case scenario that I'd be going, you've done this so many times before. Clearly, this can't be very difficult.
Okay. Yeah, I know what to do.
All right, I'm gonna roll feelings now. I get
Yeah.
1 dice or 2
You are.
because I am.
This is your bedside manner, isn't it?
Yes, it
So
would be.
you would be an expert in this.
Excellent. So I
Yeah.
get 2 die.
And
Roll.
I would say that probably Mouser is prepared, so you would get 2 dice as well.
Okay.
But yeah. So give me a second to roll all my feelings.
Yeah.
All right.
1 success.
One
I
success.
got a
Okay.
1 and a 4.
So whatever happens, you've built it. And now roll. Mouser will roll two dice on lasers.
Sorry to be evil. Would
What's
not
that?
be 3 because I give him a +1 die.
Oh,
Hang on a second.
I
If you
see what
help
you're
someone-
saying. What I
Yeah.
was doing was anyone who was helping would roll, and
Okay,
that was
I
the
got you now.
helpful roll, right?
So what you're saying is that he's got 1 success already, and so
Yeah,
subject matter.
exactly.
Got it. It's good.
And he's prepared for this, so he can spend his time while the others are hard at work building a life raft. He's going to make this containment unit.
Okay, so I rolled a 6 and a 3.
So you've got 1 success as well. 2. So you've got a total of 2 successes,
Nice.
which is a success with no complications. You are fairly sure this will last the trip. And you've even made like a little window, so that's made out of the same stuff, just transparency. So that's thinking ahead to if you were going to sell them or something, then you can prove to somebody that these things are inside.
Real, genuine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we'll open the case and
Although
go, of course you want to
we
buy.
can also pretended there's something else and use the suggestibility power.
Yeah. Yes. These are
Chris, these are
Danubian
dolphins.
truffles inside of here. Just opening them up. Now you are under my control.
yeah.
All right, so you've made this thing. It's like I don't know. Does it look like? I was thinking it looked like a capsule, like a rounded end cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it is a neutrino shield.
Perfect. And it's what was it? A hyperbolic inverter container, something like that.
Sure.
Hyperbole converter.
I wasn't writing it down as I was saying.
No,
it.
I tried to write it down after the fact. Yeah.
Bounce it off the deflector dish.
So what was it again? It was a hyperbolic
Inverter.
neutrino shield.
Yeah, a hyperbolic inverter neutrino shield.
Yeah.
Hyperbolic inverter matrix thing. Yeah. It makes hyperbolic things useful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so you've made this thing, and the ship. I don't know if you want to do anything as it's flying up to you. This blue ship that you can see. But it is definitely coming towards you.
Is it close enough to see if there's any markings on it?
There appear to be. Let me think. Hold on. Let me roll. See if there's any. There are markings on it. There are the markings of a specific race's space navy. They look like mouse people. So we're gonna get real confusing with the Mouser name for who is a person, not a cat, and there's a cat there, and now there's mouse people.
They probably won't like me.
So there is a mouse-on. They're called mouse-ons. Yeah. And
It's pronounced Mason.
Yeah, and it's their navy.
Did you just like totally roll that by coincidence or what?
I didn't. No, I wanted to make it confusing a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Just remember that I'm a mouser. I catch.
Yeah, that's right. But you see them coming towards you, and they kind of pull up beside you. And there's no like windows or anything. There's definitely something like a black shield on the back that looks like it might be some kind of a sensor, but there's no windows or anything, right?
Right.
So it comes up right beside you, and you hear crackling over the radio. Prepare to be taken.
Ooh,
Taken?
take it. Okay.
Sure, maybe it's just their voice that's ominous. Yeah, no.
Mm,
I
Yeah, that
told
does
you,
sound pretty ominous.
scary.
I was going to say that they said they wanted to help, so maybe they're just saying that they're going to take us somewhere nice and happy, like.
Excellent. Prepare the captain's
Let's do
quarters
that.
and give me a hot chocolate.
Well, let's think here now.
Just like a side note, do we know what's wrong with our ship? And do we know what we need to fix it?
Well, this
Yeah,
particular ship doesn't have any work,
yeah,
so we can't really go anywhere without help.
yeah. This ship
Okay.
is just like a shuttlecraft. What's wrong with our actual ship is that it's
Mhm.
very, very broken on the planet surface.
Oh, so not really not salvageable, but not repairable.
Um, that's a good question for our game master,
1 second. Yeah, sorry, just 1 second.
or maybe it's Captain Zippy Bravado's call on that one. What do you think, Zippy?
She would object to the term broken.
Sorry,
Got it.
yes, I do apologize. And then when you tactically repositioned the ship, did we tactically know what parts that would be needed to make this ship even better?
I, Raven, do we know how to fix that ship?
That
Oh, so
ship,
now it is
yes,
broken?
you could fix that ship, but it would take you months. This ship
Yeah.
Okay.
took you like maybe a week to assemble.
I think that we wanted to get off the planet because the Hive Armada obviously has like a main, like a main brain base or whatever, and they will already know that whatever party they send to this planet will. So we can't stick around, and that's why we kind of abandoned the ship. That was my thinking anyway.
Okay. I was
No,
just thinking like if we could maybe salvage parts from the did the captain pronounce it? Sorry, how did Captain Bravado pronounce it? Mason? Mason? Mason
Mason.
people's, yeah, the Mason people's parts from their ship and make our tactically placed ship better.
Yeah.
Well,
Basically, can we steal
would
parts to fix our ship?
is is the um is the Mason ship better than our old ship?
It is well, you would probably think no.
No, of course, but
Of
But
course
sizing
not.
it up in the back of your mind, I don't know. Let me see. You're looking at it, you're thinking this is probably about the same capabilities as our ship. This one it has a slightly uh, uh, it's like a squirrely control scheme. Like you touch it and it just veers off. But you get used to it, but it's
this is
got
the
work.
Garfield cart.
It's got faster than light travel. It's got, yes, this is the Garfield cart ship. It's got faster than light travel, just like your old one did.
Yeah.
It's got a fore and an aft, just like your old one did. So it's fairly similar.
So we could trying to take things from this ship and repair our own would be we'd get the pretty much the same thing as just taking the ship.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
so. And it wouldn't take as long.
Right.
So I then propose that we wait and see what they actually do, and if it is to take us and sell us into slavery or whatnot, we steal their ship and leave them with our amazing yet not
Awesome.
fancy
Yeah.
ship.
Not amazing.
Yeah, our amazing yet not amazing ship.
Our
That
And
is if
theoretically
Captain
amazing
Zippy
spaceship.
Bravado accepts.
Zenata has just gotten a wind from these strange thoughts that are not hers in her Discord private messages.
Oh, there it is.
Real quick. Do
Yeah.
I
Oh, there it is.
do I sound like a baby?
A baby?
No.
You did
Oh, it's
not.
not
No.
working?
Nope.
No.
No.
If you're trying to do it over Discord, what you should do is set it to the microphone intake that's not your regular one. It's going to be through the program you're using
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, on Discord?
on
Yeah.
Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta change the input device.
Because you sound normal. Are you trying to not sound normal?
Input device.
She wants to sound like Zippy Bravado.
Wow.
Microphone
Is that
voice
too loud?
mod.
No, it's fine.
Okay, good.
It goes. It's under your things at the top there. So you go all the way to the top. Then you go. Nope. Yep. Nope. Wait a sec. I'm
Yeah.
confused. No. No, it's at the bottom. It's the little coggy at the bottom. And then you go. Voice and audio. Do you see that?
What's that?
Captain Zippy Bravado?
And you see it says user settings. It's a little cog in the bottom left. And then it says in the list, it's like the 1, 2, 3rd
About the middle.
section down. Yeah. It says voice
Yeah.
and video.
Voice and video. And then you can change it.
If you're watching the stream, I've got it open now. And then
Oh yeah.
it'll be right at the top there. Mine, because I'm using voice mod, it says microphone, and then there's a parentheses, and it says voice mod virtual audio. Oh, there we are. There we are. Perfect.
Okay.
The best voice. The best voice.
Hold on.
Love it.
I need to click the hear myself. What's
Ah,
hello?
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Zippy.
Yeah.
You're from way down in that cave.
What
Now
about
I'm just jealous because
Hello?
I've been trying to get a voice mod for a while.
Well,
What are you
voice.
talking about,
Oh
James?
yeah,
Your
because
voice
you're
mod
using
is your
Linux, right?
voice.
You
Sure,
you'll,
thank you.
You'll probably
I
need an
appreciate
open
that.
source one, which probably means a lot of fiddling about with algorithms and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. It is the joy of working with open source software is
Yeah.
to try to jam it into a place.
Oh my god, so much music.
Oh.
Well, on that note,
Wow.
shipmates, there is nothing good coming from these Muson people's things. We need
Perhaps
to make a plan.
perhaps we should hide you, Zen, in case it gets violent. And that way you can sneak up on them.
Um,
Go ahead.
What do you
no,
think?
go ahead. I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
as
do you
well.
think, Captain Zippy Bravado? Oh,
trying to figure. There we go. Okay. Trying to get it to work. Sorry. What do I think on what?
Excellent. So Zen said that these people that are coming don't seem to be up to no good. If I may paraphrase.
Seem to be up to no good.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
Oh, do you not
indeed.
believe in, do you not have your optimistic sense anymore?
Oh, I'm
Well,
I will. Of course, Zippy will agree with whatever you say. She when you say they're up to no good, she will stroke her chin and put on like a serious face. Indeed, we should be on our guard.
perhaps
yes.
myself.
Sidearms ready then, I suppose.
I was thinking that just the captain and I would greet them and make it seem that it was just the two of us.
Oh, okay. Or
Just the
you,
Yes,
two of us.
subterfuge. This is what I was thinking.
uh, Zanata and I will hide in the food compartment or something, I guess.
Yeah,
Behind the
You and
replicator.
Zenyatta should hide in the food. Oh yes, exactly what I was going to suggest.
Oh, Zippy's gonna be fun.
So, you definitely managed to hide. You've got a few moments to do that. You can get in behind like cargo doors and stuff like that. It's a very small ship though, so it's very cramped. Wherever
Yeah.
you are, if you're not in the main capsule, you are very cramped.
So, guys, turn on your radio so that we can hear what's going on. Like, we assume we have like short range radio transmitters.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think where you're hiding is literally at like 10 feet away from where we're standing. So
Yeah,
you
but
could
let's
probably
say
hear us.
like they take you onto their ship, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The Rob bot has an internal communicator that's on all the time.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
If you turn into frequency WKRXP,
In Cincinnati.
yeah, you'll get his voice all the time. Hi there.
All right. So it is at this point you've hidden. They've approached you and they've told you that they're going to help and that they will take you.
Yep.
And that's when there is a from the front dish that's sort of in central to the construction of the ship. There is what looks like a large thick-armed claw. Like there's three claws on the end of it as if it's supposed to attach to something, right? And it comes whooshing out like a big snake, and it starts thrashing all around. And then it bumps your ship and you start like flipping, and anyone who is not battened down starts like banging around inside of the capsule. But it hits the ship, and then it sort of it seems to realize where the ship is and raises up like a cobra. We lost somebody. Oh, there you are. When raises up like a cobra and smashes into the transparent part of the top of the dome of the ship there. And
Jeez.
and yeah, for sure, it smashes right through, and the claw kind of bends back, and there is atmosphere escaping. Like this is not a great scene.
No.
The claws bend back to sort of wedge itself into the capsule, and that's when you can see that on the end there is a door. It's more like a portal. It's probably about a foot wide, and that opens like a camera's aperture, like, and these you've seen them before. They're like a civilized race. These Mousers, not Mousers. These, oh my god, Mousons. They start getting like pooped wetly out of this thing, and
Ew.
they're nothing like Mousons you've seen before. They are covered in cybernetic implants, like many more cybernetic implants than even your cyborg friend.
Now I understand.
Besides you.
I understand what they are now.
And so they get pooped out like this, and then they're all of the lights start to flicker on their bodies, and they stand up. And who was in the capsule there?
That'd be
I would've been.
myself and Captain Zippy Bravado.
Right. And so they approach you menacingly and grip you both, unless you can somehow change what's happening.
How many of these things are there?
There are there's not this many, but no, not that many.
I will.
3 of them.
I will say, your greeting customs are quite odd, but where is my hot chocolate?
We greet you, and your hot chocolate is on the ship.
Excellent.
They grip
to the
you.
ship, then.
They grip you, and one of them grips you and pulls you through. You don't seem to be resisting too much. Into this 1 foot thing. It's very, very uncomfortable getting like birthed through this thing. It's so bad. It's gross.
Man.
And so what about Rob Bot? It's a same thing has happened. And sorry, what?
He will say, yeah. No, I'm just trying to think. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
He's definitely going to go because Captain Bravado's going, and wherever Captain Bravado goes, he goes.
Right. And
but he will say, what will he say? He will say, don't worry about us. We'll go with you. But I hope you're bringing the ship along with us as well.
The ship is safe. You will come with us.
But we need you also to bring the ship wherever we go after this. The ship has to come with.
And he's pushing you sort of into the thing, but I get the feeling that you're kind of stopping yourself and trying to look behind you and tell this mouse on cyborg what you're saying.
They can hear me.
Yeah.
Because of my radio frequency.
Yeah.
I will resist a little bit. Only because it's a 1 foot tube, and I'm probably, I don't know, 2 feet wide.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing you're not full robot, because if you were made out of steel or something, this would not work.
Yeah, you can see my shoulders dislocate.
Yeah.
And become more tube-like.
And
or cylinder-like, I guess.
Right. And so the mouse on pushes you through, and you get sucked up into this thing, and the mouse on follows you. But there's one left behind, and what it does is it turns around and it starts unhooking the tube from the transparent plate. Like manually, it's just pulling the claws off of the things.
We can't let it do that.
And you can hear it's a nasty sensation. You can hear as well as feel the atmosphere just leaving the craft. Anyone who's left inside of there.
Yeah.
So we can hear everything that was said over the communicator, like that was
heard
said
everything.
between them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And
We
anything
had
that was
talk-
said in that room also was excuse me, was easy to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to stop this guy from doing what he's doing.
Yeah, we need to leave now.
Zippy's already forgotten about you guys existing in there.
Well,
She's onward to her hot chocolate.
well, we were hiding. They didn't know, right? But yeah. But they're obviously just like gonna jettison the ship, and we can't have that. Like, we need to rescue the other guys.
Yeah.
So, and,
Is
so
there a back door to our ship, Shadow?
There is there are 3 little landing gear bays that landing gear sort of comes out of. There's like a little aperture and it opens up and a little piece of landing gear comes out of. So if you needed to, you could definitely get out that way.
Okay. I
What
suggest
if you guys like chew a huge amount of bubble gum and blow bubbles and stick the ship to the other ship?
oh, genius!
yeah.
Unfortunately, we're all out of bubble gum.
Can the replicator create organic matter?
So, so we have to kick ass instead.
Yeah, that's right. All out of bubblegum. Oops.
What if you guys just hold on to the like 3-pronged arm?
Yeah. Well,
Can we still breathe?
Are there
No,
spacesuits?
but you hold on to it good enough. We'll have your bodies.
The speed that this thing came out of, you wouldn't necessarily be worried about running out of breath if it retracts at the same speed. It was you should hold on very, very tightly, but you'll be inside what looked like the deflector dish within a matter of seconds.
Right,
Okay,
but is this
so-
going to be like holding on to aircraft landing gear where they find your crumpled up body like in between 2 pistons?
yeah, probably like that.
What a wonderful
So
thought.
I was thinking we'd have to shoot this guy, but I guess maybe it would probably be better if they didn't know that we were sneaking aboard. So if we can wait for him to pass through, and maybe if we can go in after and grab onto the claw. I don't know if we have enough time for that.
Are you asking me if you have time for that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if when I'm assuming that he's going to, once he's done, be hurrying over back to the mouse on ship as quickly as possible.
Right. I think that you would have to roll for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure what side that goes on. We should switch systems to something that's a little more clear. What do you guys think? Would it be lasers? Because that's like lasers is like technical stuff. Feelings is
Yeah.
supposed to be feelings, but I feel like feelings is probably also like your physical health.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So that would probably go to the side of feelings. If you were trying to like get up there fast and hold on tightly.
Mhm. Yeah, if we feel like it, then it happens, right? That's how that works.
Everything's feelings if you feel like.
I feel like shooting
Exactly.
this laser.
I have feelings about that. I have
Yeah.
feelings about that.
But yeah, for sure that is an option for you to try out. You don't have much time to figure out a plan. Because this you can hear it whistling while it works. It's got the first claw off. It's pulling it, like it's right up on the side of the glass, and it's like breaking glass as it's pulling this thing off. It's very, very it's looks like it's very hard work. It's like, why haven't they automated this? I don't understand. But he's singing.
Hi-ho. It's off to work we go.
And exactly. And
It's like the Kraftwerk cover.
yeah. And it's working on the second claw right now.
Yeah, I think we should go that way. I'll have my gun at the ready in case the mouser that's outside that just pried the claws out is still there, and then I'll shoot him if need be. But if he doesn't see us, then no
And
shooting.
that would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All
maybe if I feel like it.
Maybe if you feel like it, you'll hit him with your laser.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So that's what you do. You're going to open your little cargo door and pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. You do that, and you are standing right in front of him in a very small capsule of a ship. He obviously sees you.
Then I will shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna shoot him.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I just gotta go grab my dice.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
An android. You must have heard our inner communique.
And that's what he says out loud. So certainly Mouser hears that as well.
What do we hear?
Mouser.
It's dueling synthesizers.
That's perfect. Mouser could hear that.
Yeah.
Not the rest of you, because you've been sucked up into a terrible portal of bio horror.
Yeah.
And also Zenata could hear that. Zen.
Yeah.
But I think she's stepped off for a second.
No, I'm here.
Okay, there you
I'm
are.
here.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
back. Yes.
Nice.
Wow, quick.
So wait, what did the mouse on say?
It said in a more plain voice, it said oh no, another cyborg. You must have heard our inner communique.
And they're talking to me, right?
They're talking to no, they're talking to Zenata. It's just the one that's left on the ship that Zenata's about to open fire on.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
what was their communique?
That they were up to no good. That's what I said earlier.
Okay. Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Make sure you're giving me a hot chocolate.
How could they
So
be evil? They have hot chocolate.
right now, you are standing in front of this thing, drawing your weapon, and it is not ready for you. So I'm going to give you a prepared status, which means you're going to be rolling 2d6.
Yes.
You are also security, so you are an expert in shooting things.
Marksman, yes.
Yeah, so you get 3d6.
Hey, very nice.
And you're rolling for lasers.
Okay. And what is it, like? High is good, low is bad, or
low is good for lasers. High is good for feelings. Whatever your stat is.
okay. 3d6.
3d6, yeah.
Get a minute.
So you're gonna want, because it's lasers, you want your stat or under.
I got one success.
One success is
one. That's great.
Was it your stat exactly?
It was 3, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so I
that's
got 1, 3, 2, 5s.
Okay,
so I got to roll lower.
Yeah, so that's when you roll your stat exactly, it's kind of like a crit in D&D terms, but you're not rolling for damage, right? So it means something different. But first we'll work out what happens. One success is a success, but it is with a complication.
Ah.
Right?
Okay.
So you fire on this thing, and what would the complication be? I mean, he's standing. Oh, I know exactly what the
Shooting
complication
inside a
is.
ship.
He's standing inside of a ship, and he's standing inside of a very tough, non-porous, transparent, and possibly reflective uh, uh, surface, because he's like up on the dome and he's pulling on this claw. So he looks
Yeah.
up at you. He says this thing about cyborgs, and then you fire and you hit him, and successfully kill this thing if you're trying to kill him, which I think
Yeah.
you are. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
you hit him right through his arm, right, and it goes right through the front of his the front of his not front the inner crux of his arm, and blows a hole out of the his elbow. Unfortunately, what you're firing is some kind of a light weapon, right? It's like a laser pistol, something like that. Is it a pistol or a rifle, or it's a pistol?
No, it'd be a pistol, yeah.
Right. Okay. So you fire that, and it reflects off of the dome, and it reflects and it starts bouncing around, right? And then it hits. So unfortunately, it hits the door that Mouser is hiding behind, and stops, but it has melted the lock. Right? It has melted the
what?
lock of the cargo door that Mouser is
Oh.
hiding behind. So you have
Okay.
in this cabin one dead mouse on and one trapped Mouser. You are the only one free, and since you rolled your stat exactly, you get to ask the DM, player to DM, a question about the situation, and I will answer truthfully to your benefit.
Oh, goody.
This is not
I-
is not a monkey's paw thing. This is a critical roll that you rolled.
So
It was lasers and feelings.
That was laser feelings.
Laser feelings.
Yeah.
So is there still a claw from that claw thingy stuck to the ship?
Yeah, he just got the second one off, and there's a third one, and
Okay.
it seems to be digging straight into the metal closer to the floor. There's like a panel on the side of it, like it's kind of like wainscoting that goes around, except it's cargo doors, and it
Right.
seems to be digging further and further into this. And you can hear like creaking from it. It's not a good scenario. So what is your question?
If I reclasp the clamp things to the ship, I would assume that once the mouse on ship leaves, it will drag our ship with it.
Right.
Then I will do so.
You
I mean,
think that would not be that wouldn't work, because this thing is going to retract. You saw the speed at which it came out, and it's just going to break through the dome as it retracts. Right at the very end, it might even damage the more sensitive bits of the blue ceramic ship.
All right. I will. No, I will not do that. Actually. Well, Mouser, it was nice to meet you. We'll come back for you. Stay safe. I got nothing, buddy. I'm sorry. I got nothing.
I believe
Oh my
you're
god. Oh
looking,
my god. Oh my god.
you're looking for the words are, oh, bye.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think of is to shoot where I shot, like where the shot went, so to hopefully make a hole into the melted metal. But
Right.
now I'm wondering, would that work,
Well,
or would that just
it's
make more metal?
certainly it's still glowing red hot
Yeah.
where your laser hit before. And a lot of metals. This is mainly made out of very light metals. And you know that a lot of metals have a melting point well below your laser shot. Like if you kept hitting it, it would
Mhm.
melt.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
yeah.
maybe. I mean, I have my laser pistol, so maybe I can just melt my way out. But there's probably not much time to escape.
There's not.
Well, I can.
You're having trouble breathing now.
Yeah.
This has all happened in a matter of seconds, but you are definitely having trouble breathing. The cabin pressure is like so low that it's popping your ears.
Are there hinges to the door that he is trapped in?
There are, but they're hidden.
Oh,
They're like it's like cleverly designed so that it's hidden. You know where they are, like behind the front panel. You know exactly where the
right.
hinges are.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, can I shoot at those until they become soft enough so I could just like kick the door in or out? Or well, he could kick the door out, or I could kick the door in.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a
Give it
good
a
idea.
shot. Give it a
That
Yeah.
shot.
works.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. So I will do so. I will shoot where the hinges are, enough for it
Yep.
to be melty, and then I will
And
kick.
you are not prepared for this one because this is all this was an unexpected thing.
Yeah.
This was a
Um,
complication, but you still are an expert at shooting. So you get 2d6. And also, I feel as if I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel as if Mouser would know that the cargo door got hit.
Yeah.
Maybe tried the door, something like that, and you're stuck right
Right.
now if you don't do something.
I put my hand on the door, and the place where the lock is like fucking burning hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I kind of I'm running out of strength, so I'm like feebly kicking at the door a little bit. And then like, oh, maybe going for the hinges is a good idea.
Right. Right. Okay. So you're kicking the hinges as the as Zanata's shooting from the outside.
Yeah.
Cool. So you are helping Mouser with your feelings.
Okay. Let's
Says
see
he's
here.
like,
And this is you're not an expert and you're not there's no situational advantage here. So it's just 1d6.
Okay. So I rolled a 4, which is exactly my number.
Beautiful. So there's
gonna shoot me now.
one success so far, and we'll resolve the laser feelings afterwards. There's one success so far, and I would like Zanata to shoot with 2d6.
So I got one success as a 2.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
So
So you
below
have
my-
2 successes then.
Nice.
So you're trying to get this thing open. There's no complication. You hear that he's kicking and he's kicking with a rhythm, so you're shooting at the sort of counter beat so that you don't like hit his foot when it goes through. And you manage to blow a hole in it, and you see the sole of his boot hit the hole where the hinge used to be, and it just like cracks open. And Mouser scampers out as best a human can scamper.
Yeah.
And coming out of there, Mouser also has had laser feelings, so he has some kind of new insights. So player to GM asked me a question about the situation or about the world, the universe, the enemy,
Okay.
anything, and I will tell you to your advantage.
I think you should ask if Sippy's actually gonna get hot chocolate.
That's on the
Yeah.
agenda for a little bit later.
Amy was being so quiet. I knew there was something coming.
So, here, that was a question. So, my question then is, what's what is the end goal of the Mousons? What do they want to achieve?
Oh, that is a great question. They are trying, and your character knows this. And he doesn't know why, but they are trying to reverse time. Maybe you heard it in the way that the Mouson said something about the inner communique, or maybe it was in something he was carrying. Oh, you know what? He's gonna have a little tablet, and
yeah.
you pick it up, and it says time reversal mechanism blueprints.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, just
I
before it
wonder-
goes dark. And
Okay.
now you try to open it, and there's a password.
Of course there is. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll enter in kill mice.
That one does not work.
Damn.
And yeah, it's hard to breathe in here. you see the you feel rather that your ship has started to sway back and forth, and you can tell that it is the tube is flexing. It is it's trying to shake itself loose of the ship.
Okay, so we need to make our way through there, and hopefully it won't shake itself loose by the time we get to the ship.
All right. Does Sonata agree with that? Oh, you're muted.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
there you are.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't see I was muted. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you are.
All right. So you can definitely you saw them get through that little aperture. It's like dripping in there. It's gross. But you have to go through or you'll die. So you make your way in there, and you get it becomes grosser, and as farther you get in, but you don't have to like work to do it. It's like you're being swallowed. There's like this rhythmic kind of flexing that is swallowing you up. And you see the aperture close behind you, and you feel the tube flex and move around wildly. You feel safe because it's soft in here, but it's moving around wildly, and that's when you get pooped out into the ship.
Yeah.
And we'll pause it right there for now, just because I want to go back to what happens to the first two who went through before all of that drama. But first, I'm going to grab one more drink, and I'll be right back.
All right, I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. See you soon. We have panned away from Zanata and Mouser, and you two, Dr. Rob Bott and Zippy Bravado, have been taken into the ship almost forcibly. Like, they told you to come, and you were like, I guess.
Yeah, the Dr. Robot tried to negotiate for the safety of the ship, but they
Yeah.
didn't fucking listen, like, not even a little bit.
Nope.
So that wasn't very nice.
So they all got splatted onto the floor, and it seemed like the Mousons were incapacitated while they were being sucked up into the tube, and they hit the floor and all their lights flicker back on. But you do have time to take in your surroundings. Not necessarily time to act unless it's something very small, but you can look around, and you can see that so Zippy Brannigan, have you ever met a Mouson before, or met their been in their ships or anything like that?
She knows all about them. She's read so many books, and she saw like an infomercial
Right,
and a
right.
documentary. She knows nothing.
Yeah. Okay. What about Robbot? He's got an encyclopedic mind, but I'm not sure if he has this in his encyclopedia. What do you think? They're I think probably so, because they're like one of the civilized races.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking around, and it's a fairly standard little ship. It's definitely faster than light, capable. It's probably not supposed to be covered in body parts and blood, but it's definitely otherwise pretty reasonably the same as what you would expect. So that's what you can see around you before these Mousons start flickering back into existence.
Okay.
We are here for your. No.
No, sorry. I thought I had something. I didn't have anything.
Wait a second. There we go.
Let me just think for a second. So there are body parts, and they're all glued to the walls with blood and other viscera.
What the hell happened?
and they come back into back to life. Their minds flicker into existence, and they stand up, and they're acting very awkwardly. I mean, they're not supposed to be filled with this much machinery, right? So they stand up, and they say to you,
there is hot chocolate in this next room.
and they grip one of each of them grips one of each of you by the shoulder, just one hand on the shoulder, and they're pretty strong, stronger than you would expect a Mouson to be, but not like overwhelmingly strong. So they're pushing you towards this door that has it's a Mouson face that has been removed and stretched over part of the door like an emblem. And these are sliding doors, so this face is very damaged. So there's so that's what you see over there on the door. So they're pushing you over there, and interrupt me if you ever want to sort of interrupt my narrative to do anything. But the door slides open, and they push you into this room that has all of these consoles around, and the consoles are facing the center of the room, like it's a round room.
Can you all hear me?
I can hear
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry. I was having issues again.
you. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't.
Yeah.
You weren't saying anything before.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh.
Okay.
Who should you
No.
with?
All right.
Okay.
What was the last thing you heard?
Um,
And
But I-
wait.
and yes, and they start pushing you towards a door, and they say,
There's hot chocolates in this room. Let's proceed.
I go faster than they're pushing me.
right. And so as you approach the door, it's a sliding door. But on it, mounted to the door, is the removed face of a mouser, flat, like bolted to the door. And it is a sliding door, so that the skin is the leather is quote unquote leather is very damaged, because it's been sliding back and forth into this recess.
Some form of modern art.
Yeah.
And they push you into the door, or you walk in willingly, and you're looking
I
around.
walk in well.
Yeah, and you're looking around, and this is where you came back in, and you're looking around, and there it is a circular room, and there are consoles all around the perimeter, facing inwards. So there's like a lane around the room, and there's consoles facing the inside. There is you are glancing a little podium through a sphere of what can only be described as the rotting body parts of a lot of different kinds of creatures.
Oh.
And inside of that sphere, on that podium, there is a fairly small pyramid. It's about a foot tall, maybe about another foot wide. And looking at it, you can see that that your vision goes like wavy around it, you know. So there's something strange about that pyramid thing that's in the middle there. So is there anything you wanted to do?
Look for hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, of course.
In my library of things that I know about the ship,
Mm-hmm.
does this look like the ship's drive, or does it look like a suck out your brain thing, or does it look like they're going to attach all the weird looking things that they have on them to us?
This, looking over the schematics of this particular ship, this used to be like an engineering kind of bay, or sorry, like a science bay. But all of it seems to be gutted and repurposed. All of the machines have been moved and changed to accommodate this sort of round setup that they've got here. It's not normally like this. The room is normally round, but there's like desks that you sit at normally, and this is like very strange how they've rearranged and repurposed this room. There's definitely not supposed to be a some kind of cosmic pyramid in the middle of it. And that's when the you two make it in there, and that's when the latter two pop out of the tube where you came through. Yep. And you can still hear behind you reverberating a whole bunch of like, it seems like crashing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't totally make sense because it's in space, but there's a whole bunch of crashing going on, just reverberating up through the metal.
There'd still be noise inside your ship, so I mean,
Yeah.
like you could still hear the sound of your hull breaking apart and stuff.
Yeah.
So long as you have atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I forgot to mention, this is just something my character would do, but I actually forgot because we were trying to escape. But I forgot to mention, even though I was like struggling to breathe and stuff, I still found time to retrieve the container containing the void crystals.
Of course. Yes. Yeah. All right. So you're still rich.
I thought that
I'm
was
still
in me.
rich.
Sorry, what did you say, James?
I
thought the
may nearly
container-
dead, but I'm still rich.
You
I
thought the container
with the crystals was in me.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. It was stuck in you already.
Yeah, because we put it in a
sorry,
unit,
yeah, right. It's in. Okay, yeah, that's
then
yeah. Okay, so you
I
got
have a
them.
little
Yeah, that's
secret
cool.
compartment in my back that we
Mhm.
put
Okay,
meat
yeah,
into.
yeah.
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 All right. So, they have so you've popped out, and you can see that there is a sliding door just closing, off to the right. There's also another larger sort of bay door off to the left.
Yeah.
And then the portal that you just came from to the south, and you are seeing seeing this this strange decor as well, for the first time, and it is not a pleasant sight, and the smell is unbearable. That it's because it's just body parts just all over the walls, the ceilings, the floors, even on the doors.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect cyborgs to be so messy.
We're not all messy.
I know. So, the other two are behind the just closing sliding door.
Yeah, you managed to catch a glimpse of Dr. Robbot and a mouse on as the door closes.
Okay, but we don't have time. We can't get through there, like behind them or anything.
No, you don't have. You'd have to like rush from laying down across the cargo bay and
Yeah.
and open it up. But you know what? It's there is in a lot of spaceships there are just automatic doors.
Yeah.
So you know that, and to find a modern spaceship with doors that are not automatic, they'd have to be like a nostalgia piece, right? Like,
Yeah, or else,
like an old captain would walk around and pull a lever and say, "They don't make them like they used to."
Yeah. Or it could just be broken or something. You know, like computer control for the doors could be broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so so do we want to explore the other room, or do we want to go follow them like right away? I don't know if they're going to be okay or not.
Mm.
We did leave you behind.
Okay, they have zippy bravado. Please come rescue
Captain
us.
Bravado thinks that there's hot chocolate to be had, so I mean, I think she feels fairly confident about the situation.
We know where they are. Do we know where Captain and Doctor are?
Yeah, you just saw
we
them
just-
go to the
Okay.
through the door.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Okay, then no, I say we keep exploring.
We're still able to listen to what's going on the communicator. So
Yes.
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
they
that's
seem
true.
in real trouble, I guess we can just burst through and hope for the best.
Yeah, that'll be fine. There's hot chocolate.
Yeah, there's hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. If the captain's not worried, I'm very worried. I mean, I'm not worried.
Right.
Well, then let's go through this door on the left and see what's in here.
Sounds good.
All right. I am just making a little ship.
It seems like a pretty small ship too, so that's kind of good. There's not a lot of
Yeah, it's fairly small. It's
to
like
get lost
it's
in.
like it's not like it's not a cruiser. Those are pretty big. It's not a frigate. I guess it might be like a small frigate. I don't know all of the classes of ships, but I think a frigate is pretty small. They've usually got that like cargo bays and little science bays. Sometimes they would
Frigates
have.
are warships.
Are they? This is not a
Yeah,
warship.
frigates are warships.
I don't know the classification, but it would be like a fairly small ship. It's
Corvette.
but it's compact. Maybe a Corvette, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just making a little we'll say through here. And if you're watching the stream, I'm making the ship.
Okay.
Oh, I wanna
So
see
you're
the
spending the rest of our budget on making the ship?
Hey,
You're
hey.
drawing our ship in AutoCAD.
Budget. What budget?
Where's the
Um,
stream?
Yeah, I need to see the electrical diagram as well, and
Right.
I want to know where the
What?
maintenance
In order
shaft
to
is.
get the hot chocolate working, you mean?
Yeah, where's
I'll
the
get you the
hot
stream.
chocolate machine?
It is AutoCAD.
Yeah, it's
Sweet.
AutoCAD. Yeah. Let me just get to. Oh, will someone else drop the link in the general chat?
I will, cause I'm here.
Oh.
Cool.
Where is?
And this is just a very rough sketch. If anybody's seeing
Go to this.
seeing what I'm doing here, I'm going to say,
Go there.
yeah, this
Awesome. Thank you.
is the
No
one
problem.
party. This, oh no, that's not what it is. And this is the other party. And there we go. All right, so as you can see, this is the if anyone's watching the stream to the south there, it is the hole for the portal itself. To the right is the door to the circular room, and to the left is the cargo bay door. So I think that this one party is consisting of Mouser and Zanata. Just decided to go through the cargo bay door, and they're going to figure that out. So you approach it, and this is a sliding door, but it slides up, right? So there's a recess in the top of the wall there. And this one doesn't have anything like ritualistically put on the door itself. Not like the Mouser face. But it is still just covered in like guts and viscera, and it's very, very disgusting. And these cargo bay doors don't usually just open on their own. You do actually have to go over and pull a lever to get these things. But you do see the lever that you would use.
Okay. So, do we open it?
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Yeah, pull the lever. Okay.
Yep. All right. It lifts up. With a noise, though, it has this It's very it's not like klaxons. It's not like boop boop, but it's like it's very much an alarm noise. It's like a constant quiet tone so that anybody who is standing by the door knows that it's opening and closing. Right? So you open it up and there is a bit of a hallway. It's larger, but at the end of the hallway, it opens up into a larger room, and you can see that there is machinery there. And unfortunately, all of this stuff in that other room looks like it's also covered in terrible stuff. Just nasty, nasty things.
Well, what do we expect from mice after all?
Mm.
Do I recognize? Do either of us recognize any of these machineries things?
There's like a forklift analog. There is a small sort of hunchy kind of exosuit that is mainly just the skeleton and hydraulics and stuff. And that's what you can see from where you are.
Is the exosuit potentially useful?
It is potentially useful depending on what you want to use it for. They're mainly used for hauling heavy things, doing large sort of, I'm going to call it gross motor activities very quickly so that they turn into more of a fine motor thing. Like moving up big crates, stacking them all up. And these things do them very, very handily. And it does have a little light on top that looks like it would spin around if it were activated. And there's other machinery in there too, but you don't know exactly what is in there.
Okay.
So no weapons.
No weapons per se. No.
Well, does the exosuit does it offer any protection from weapons fire? Probably not.
No, there's no shielding at all. It's basically just a skeleton with pneumatics on it.
All right. I guess we can leave it for now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there doesn't seem to be that much useful in here. Why don't we see? This is a really big cargo bay full of cargo hauling stuff, and body parts. It's an abattoir.
Yeah.
How is it so messy?
Sorry, the body parts, they're all like, do they look all from mousons or
They don't. They look
okay.
like there is a good chunk of them that's that are from Mousons, but there are other kinds of creatures as well, including humans. You can see that there are human body parts in there as well.
I wonder if the reason they want to reverse time is to prevent whatever happened here.
And I'm gonna end this scene right here and go back to the circular X science bay. And the Mousons they points they gesture to two seats over at the opposite end of the chamber that seem like they're installed in the same way that the consoles are, as if they were like one of the consoles that were installed, and they look like like dental chairs or something.
Uh-oh.
There are like tools on them. There are obviously like wrist clasps so that whoever was sitting in there, they could be locked in. And they gesture to the chairs and say,
Seats, we will get you hot chocolates.
Oh, why? Thank you.
I
Hot
will.
chocolate first, dentistry later.
The captain requires hot chocolate. I do not. I will stand.
This will be difficult if you stand. Please sit down.
Anybody seen Doctor Who and the Crotons? I think that's the kind of
I am sorry, but what is this chair and what does it do?
It's for disassembling organic beings to protect the time reversal mechanism.
Captain, I don't believe it would be a good idea if you sat in the chair.
No, of course it wouldn't. I would never sit in it. And she gets up from sitting in the chair.
I now know how to manipulate the captain.
You now know.
Just tell her what to do, and she does. Maybe we can help you with your time reversal problem without being disassembled.
Excellent idea. That's exactly what I was going to suggest.
And the captain knows. Talking to you, Mouser. Mousons.
I was trying to think of how they would respond. They look at each other and it's like a meaningful glance, and they just stare at each other for a few seconds, and from the other room, it is Zanata can hear this telepathy happening, and Zanata hears they are refusing, like they all do, though they offered help, and many Mousers were protecting this, so we must make sure that all organic beings surround this and protect it.
what?
Let us hear how they are going to help us.
I'm gonna turn to Mouser and be like, maybe it's time to go back and check it out. I think they have, well, they might kill him and us, or they might not. So
Do we
what
go in
say
with?
you?
Do we go in all guns blazing?
That
Have
would be
we-
my preference, but
Have we
that might
nibbled
not be
off
the
more
smart
than we
thing.
can chew?
Nibbled off.
I'm all for that. There seems to be some equipment or machinery that they're working with. Maybe, like, I don't know how many of these Mousons there are, but if we can actually damage some of the machinery, that might help us.
It's true.
Okay, let's go in.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Before you get in, because you had a conversation, so before that happens, we'll move back to the other room, and the Mousons look up after staring at each other for a second, and they say, "How would you help us?" Sorry, no, they don't say it like that. They say,
We are listening. How will you help?
Zippy starts to say, I would help, and waits for someone else to give an idea, and then she's gonna say it the same thing.
I like Zippy so much.
glancing
So-
sideways at
Yeah,
Dr. Rob Botts.
Yeah. So, so Rob, the Dr. Bot, will scooch a little bit closer to Zippy and put his hand like just over his mouth and sort of go, if we knew what the problem was, we might be able to help them better.
I would like to know what the problem is so we can help you better.
We gonna die.
You don't know how to protect this. We will tell you.
And then I'll switch over here so that you can understand what I'm saying. They tell you that when that they'll start on a story that I'm sure the other two will interrupt. They'll say, when we got here, we traveled a long time, and when we got here, this artifact was being protected by many Mousons, and they their weak bodies weren't up to, and then that's when not Zippy, Moser and Zanata move in through the door. The door slides open.
Whoa. Now we didn't get to hear the rest of the story.
But also hold on 1 second, okay? I'm just gonna grab a drink. Say hi to the girlfriend. She just walked in. So I will be right back.
Hi, Helen.
Helen.
They say hi. Hi.
Oh, I heard her.
All right, I'll be right back. All right, so the Mousons just finished, not finished. They were interrupted in their story about how the initial Mousons were protecting this thing, and something happened to them because apparently their bodies were not strong enough. And apparently they're all over the walls now.
Oh, now I get it.
And now it is Mouser and Zanata bursting in. I believe their idea was to come in with guns blazing, blow everything up, and and so let's see how that happens.
Can we are they protecting the pyramid thing right now?
They all four of them, the two Mousons and the two party members, are standing and talking amidst this terrible abattoir of a science bay.
Yeah.
The word avatars.
Shoot the pyramid thing.
All right, you don't have to tell me twice.
All right,
I
so
shoot the pyramid thing.
you get you are an expert. You get 2 rolls. You're not necessarily prepared, but you were just helped. Well, I guess you were directed, not necessarily helped with your laser.
I need to tell you exactly what to do, but it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah, so you were told, so just roll 2d6 and shoot the pyramid with a success.
I got 1 success with a 2.
Right. So that is a success, but with a complication.
With a complication.
Yeah. So you manage to there's this strange, like, it's almost as if they were trying to make a spherical wall of body parts around this thing, but there's still holes in it, right? And it's strange how it's not even, it doesn't look supported at all. So it's just this like wall of flesh. And you manage to shoot the pyramid through a hole in it. And what happens is it goes in and it hits the side of the pyramid, right down like on one of the walls, but like on the bottom corner of one of the walls, and it begins to spin. Right, with the force of the blast, it begins to spin, and it is at that point when time itself begins to reverse, and you find yourself back on the other side of the door, and the Mousons have just begun their little story about the reason that no, they were going to hear out. No, they were sorry. They were telling the story of why they were doing what they were doing.
Okay. Do I know that that just happened and
Yes, you
now
do.
I'm back, or
Everybody
okay?
knows that just happened.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though the Mousons are carrying on as if it didn't happen, you have to assume that they know that it happened because you do.
Okay.
Because we do,
Well,
yeah.
I'm not doing that again. I'd rather shoot the peoples and not the pyramid.
Okay.
You shoot the pyramid. I'll shoot the people.
I'll shoot the pyramid, you shoot the people. All right, good deal.
Okay. Ready? Let's do this again.
Wait, but if I shoot the pyramid, what if time just goes backwards?
Well, okay. Wait, new plan. You shoot the pyramid, we'll see what happens. If it goes forward and we all die, I'll try to make myself scarce, like not there. Scarce, thank you. I'll try to make myself scarce so that I will then go and shoot the pyramid the other way so that it spins back to this moment now.
I think that makes sense. All right. We'll
And
try
if
it.
we do win, then, no foul.
Wow. What if we wait to what if they finish their story first?
We could do that too. I feel like that is perhaps the safest plan. But is that really what Captain Zippy Brannigan, oh crap, you got me saying it, Raven. Zippy Bravado would want?
I wish I had some of those void crystals right now. They would be really
Zippy
handy.
Probably doesn't even know what's going. She's like just waiting for her hot chocolate.
Never. Captain Zippy Bravado would always know what it is, even if
Oh,
it doesn't
I mean,
know
if
that
you
she
ask her,
knows.
yeah, of course, she knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
um. Okay. Do you have a different plan?
No.
Okay,
you,
so
you
we'll
couldn't
just wait till they
communicate it
finish.
anyways through the door like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
So-
we have. Oh no, the communicators.
Yeah,
so,
that's still working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So,
sorry,
have you
can,
popped through the door? Or are you waiting on the other side?
they have
Where-
they have spent some time now. So you get to hear more of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but they still haven't finalized their plan yet.
Tell the story. I'll be listening. I'm just gonna
Right,
step
okay.
off for 5 seconds.
Right. Okay.
30 seconds.
So you guys are going to be waiting then. You're not going to shoot at the pyramid at different times and make the time start moving forwards and backwards, and then hopefully it turns out well for you. You're not doing that one.
Not yet, no.
Okay. All right. So you're going to wait, and so they're saying that there were many Mousons protecting this thing. Their bodies weren't up to the task of protecting this crystal as it began to move into the future, because they were using it wrong, and they actually summoned us, they say. These cybernetic Mosons say this. They summoned us through time, and we began to replace the Mosons, anyways, however many Mosons there were left. So we need more bodies to protect this thing.
I got it. I will whisper in the captain's ear. And did you, and because my brain's getting fuzzy now, did you explain what the thing that they're protecting does? Did they tell us?
They have not told you.
I
But
whisper
you are aware that time has just been shifted, and they did say, no, I guess they did tell you. They said that they were using it wrong, and that it was that we, quote unquote we, were summoned from the future to this time frame, and so they told you that it kind of manipulates time.
Okay. So they've been sent. Let me just get this right. This all happens exorbitantly fast, though, in Rob Bot's brain. Way slower
course.
in mine. So there's a time machine in here, essentially, and they're trying to protect it?
Yes.
Or are they trying to use it?
They are trying to protect it in the way that they think it should be protected, because they're trying to copy the Mousers that were protecting them before by adding more bodies to protect it.
Now. I understand.
Oh. But they don't really have a reason to be protecting this artifact.
They've
other
been,
than
they've been told what to do, and they just keep doing it. All right. I whisper in the captain's ear. Yep. Whisper something in their ear.
Can I,
just there. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Can I transmit to Robot right now?
But you get, like, it's two-way communications, but
Yeah, because it's not like a separate like walkie-talkie communication device.
Yeah.
At least not for him.
So
For everybody
can
else,
say,
it is.
right, but I can I have a transceiver, so I can
Yep.
send him a. So like, why don't you use the void crystals to try to convince them that they don't need to be doing this?
Ah, right. I know exactly what I will whisper into the captain's ear. Perhaps take out one of the crystals, and maybe we can persuade them that we can fix it. We can fix it.
Still holding the like long drawn out syllables from the last time. Well, what if we use this crystal to fix this situation? Dr. Robot, present the crystal.
The mousers are not mousers. The mousons are looking at each other and communicating telepathically. And Candy, not Candy Trap. Oh my god, I'm looking at the wrong name.
Zen.
Zanata.
Yeah, the Zanata is receiving this this kind of this message of like relief, that somebody finally is here who knows what they're doing and can,
Of course I do.
and can possibly take control, and we won't have to disassemble any more organic creatures.
I'm gonna say in the communicator as well as to Mouser. Okay, I think this might be the better plan. Goddamn, Dr. Robbot.
Yeah, I think so. And then we can put them to work to clean up this ship a little bit too.
True. True.
Might as well make them useful, right?
Yeah, that's a good point too. Goddamn. I never get to use the fun parts.
I wanted to shoot stuff.
I wanted to shoot peoples.
Mhm.
At least they
I
don't
know.
turn back time.
Yeah, no, you know what? Last time
Yeah.
there was a lot of shooting, so should have been here last time.
There was a
Rub
lot
it in.
of shooting.
Subtle
All right.
evil right there.
So you take the crystal out, and you are you're less affected by the crystal. Zippy, you're less affected by the crystal than the other people because you are so agreeable already. But you can feel like its effect on you. As soon as you open it up, you take one crystal out and you close it. Like you've already gotten like lost a bunch of your IQ points, and you're holding this thing, and you're just kind of looking at it, and you've forgotten the plan.
See, the problem is you're assuming she has IQ points.
Right.
She
See,
is
that's
just mega fun. That's awesome.
like the crystals make you permeable. That doesn't mean that you. Does it? I mean, not really.
So she'll take out this crystal, that she asked Dr. Robbot to
Mhm.
present, and she picks it up and looks at it, and like her eyes kind of glass over, and she starts going like, yeah,
Hand me back the crystal.
So
they
so let's well,
they're both looking at you, and one of them says, "It's a void crystal. Are you okay?"
Yes, it is. I'm fine. Are you okay? Like, this is a very powerful crystal. I'm fine, but yeah, are you doing all right?
Now.
They look at each other and exchange a thought pattern that Zanata recognizes as worry, and we should do something about this. And one of them walks over, takes the crystal from your hand, and says, "Do not resist." They say,
Do not resist. I will put it away.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Yes, I was gonna ask you to put that away. I appreciate it.
So it
That should
unscrews
solve the issue.
it unscrews the container, puts it back inside the container, and screws it back on. And it's closer and it's not threatening you. You realize that and it wasn't affected by the void crystal apparently. So you realize that this thing is not alive. Whatever organic parts are on it is a facade. Just basically just for the look of it.
Wow. They've taken body parts and like pasted them onto a metal machine.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it looks like to you.
Yeah.
Yuck. I just got that in my head, and that's gonna take a while to get out.
Yeah.
Well,
I will step forward just beyond the captain a little bit and go, what? Ah, crap. I had it and it went away.
oh,
There you go. So, yeah, these are to
Can we
jog.
fix the machine? Can we fix the machine?
yeah.
Yes, we should fix the machine.
So as soon as the void crystal went away, your intellect is back to where it was before.
1.
Yeah.
Which is to say, I have some.
Yeah.
The greatest
They-
angel in the known universe.
They look over at the what you're calling a machine, the pyramid, and they say,
You misunderstand. This is not a machine per se. This is an alien artifact with much power. We don't understand how it works. We were trying to protect it in the way that the Mousers knew how.
not the Mousers, the Mousons.
Associating me with these vile creatures.
There is no fixing the machine. It is not broken.
Got it.
We don't know how to use it.
Zippy will approach the pyramid,
Mhm.
but don't worry, I know exactly how to operate this alien artifact. And she will look. Is there any distinguishing features on it? Buttons or screens or?
It is as you get closer, you can see that the shell of it's like got this smooth shell with lines across it, with 3 lines like laterally across it, and like basically cutting it into segments, and you can see that this shell is very slightly transparent, and there is a little frame going around the edges of it, and you can see the top is capped with gold, and it is the element gold. It looks like every gold coin that you've ever seen, except it's on top of the pyramid. And on the inside, and also, like, when you I said this before, but it might bear repeating. When you look at this thing, the air around it is like wavering, and on the inside of it, as you approach it, doubly so. Like there's it
As
almost
if there's like
seems like
great
there's
heat.
it almost seems like there's a bunch of heat inside of it, and it's looks like it's energy trying to burst out. But it's not hot. As you approach it, it's not hot. And you can't get too close to it unless you crawl through the shield of bodies.
And obviously, shooting it with an energy weapon doesn't actually do any good, as we found out.
Yeah, I'll try to get a little closer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Move one of the bodies one way or.
Yeah. Okay.
And as I'm doing this, to reassure the alien, she'll, don't worry, I've done this a million times.
And the I guess we'll call them cyber zombies. Will come over behind you as you step through, and dutifully replace the bodies where they were.
Okay.
Got it. I'm going with.
Okay.
Just FYI.
Right. Okay. All right. So you both approach this thing.
Yeah, just as a silly question, on the way by, I don't see any on some big pieces of machinery on the side that have like little pouches where the operation manual is stuck in. I don't see anything like that, do I?
Let me think. There are little like, you recognize some of the pieces of equipment, but they are taken apart and reassembled. So
no owner's manual.
If you found like a pocket for a manual, or even if you found a manual, it wouldn't be of any use.
Right. This is brand new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like sort of reclaimed, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
is there any way to interact with this object? The levers, buttons, wires hanging out of it, or anything?
Well, you know that spinning it will reverse time. There are
spinning will reverse time.
Yeah. There are the three sort of lines that segment it laterally. But other than that, there's no buttons, or there's no joystick or anything like that.
Can I try to open it?
Yeah.
It probably works telepathically or something.
Yeah, she doesn't know what that is.
So, are you yeah, so you reach out and you grab it, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Totally.
Right. So you reach out and you grab it, and you move it from the podium, and there was a strange feeling as you move it out, like off the podium, because the wavering lines, they kind of stay in the same spot on top of the podium. And you're moving it outside of this whatever this field is.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. That
And
like something we should do.
and the mice, the mousons, the mousons,
Nice save.
they panic and they crash through the wall of bodies and tackle you. Both of them, so that you're I guess they have to roll for that, don't they? These things are all lasers.
I will be
Oh.
assuring them also.
Okay.
This is all right. This is what you're
Alright.
supposed to do.
So is this when we crash through the wall and try to protect our friend?
Yeah, well, Zanata gets the message of panic, but might not be able to get there in time to stop them tackling Zippy.
So do they grab
Zippy gets
Zippy?
tackled. We just don't want her to get hurt.
I'm gonna roll for them. There's two of them. I'll roll 2d6. They have a 5. They're doing something physical, so they have to roll feelings, right? So they have to roll above. Yeah, they are very lasers heavy. And
I don't have any feelings.
but they're trying to do something physical, right? So that's why I'm saying it's feelings.
Isn't it lasers? If you're doing something physical?
It's like they're not doing anything technical,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
right?
Oh,
So
I
this
see.
is like
Yeah,
very
okay.
very broad, like
Yeah.
a broad thing that they're doing.
Tackling somebody is really all feelings.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
No, I understand what you're saying.
So
Got it.
they fail. They come running at you, but you manage to pull this thing out of the field before they even get to you.
Excellent.
And it is right at this time when all of you get this awful sinking feeling, as if you are the smallest thing that you've ever imagined, smaller than the smallest thing that you have ever imagined in your entire life. You get this overwhelming feeling of being minuscule. And looking around you, you can see splayed out in front of you the universe from end to end. And you see a little tiny, it's almost like a little tiny "you are here" sign. And you can perceive it perfectly because you are right there. And all of you feel this. And there doesn't seem to be any mousons around. But the four of you understand right now that you can pick yourselves up and move yourself to any position in the universe.
Whoa.
Wow.
We are so keeping that thing.
That's
Like,
ours
Who
now.
needs a ship?
Wow.
Where on earth would Zippy want to go?
California?
I think like she'd be on the bridge of another ship that's hers, you know, like.
Is it any place and time?
Well,
Somewhere that's
as well, let me say it this way. As Zippy is looking around, she's holding the pyramid, and she's turning to look around, and you can see very, very slightly the stars are shifting as she's turning.
Okay, now I get it.
Right? So it's
Yep.
like if you turn this
Cut.
thing, you understand with your super fast brain, and probably Zanata too, with her implants and everything, that if you turn this thing, you can move through time. If you
Got it.
keep it still, you can move through space.
Yes, I understand. Okay. Mm,
So now what?
yeah.
Go
There
to
are
the
no more
edge.
Mousons. There's no more like ship like confining
just-
you.
You're just in space somewhere. Where?
Yeah.
Well,
You are like
we're
astral
on-
creatures right now.
got
If
it.
if since I have this object, if I choose a destination, does that bring
Yes.
everyone with me?
You
I
are
don't
the
know.
captain.
You haven't chosen a destination. You don't know.
I pick the like best hot chocolate cafe in the galaxy.
Right.
Yes.
In the universe.
In the
You
in the
know
in
we
the
will-
in the
universe,
in the
sure.
current universe.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah, in the current universe.
All right. You.
Could I make a suggestion to the GM?
Yes.
It is 11 p.m. now.
Mhm.
How about we just, as they see and go,
Right.
and next time you tell us where we end up.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
My intention was to say that she disappeared, and the scene resumes in the science lab as if she were never there.
Oh, so it's just now the five of us, i.e. the
So-
two mouse on and
But there is what you're saying is very true. There's the real life time constraint.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that she somehow manages to take you, but understands that it was a fluke. And you all end up at on a planet, because this is on a planet.
Yeah.
And it is a very hot volcanic planet. And there are you're suddenly sitting on a patio in front of a magma sea, and you are sweating
Oh.
almost immediately,
Oh.
right?
This is not going to be good for my implay.
And
Yeah.
there are these creatures made out of fog, it seems, and they get closer and they're very hot. So obviously they're made out of steam. And they come over and they present to you a small cup of bubbling what appears to be hot chocolate
Ah.
to all of you.
Excellent.
I knew this was going to happen.
It's as if you were always there, and you have not appeared there, but you've been there for a while.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? It's like you inserted yourself into their timeline
Right.
instead of traveling there and suddenly arriving.
oh, I see what you're saying.
So we belong now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
There was a reality in which we were here, and
Mhm.
now that's our reality.
Yeah.
Now you have hot chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Does she
Which
still have
honestly,
the?
where we're located is just regular temperature chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very cold drink for these steam people.
Yeah.
You hear Dr. Botts. There's all of a sudden sort of like a whining noise,
Mhm.
like a fan started up somewhere.
Oh yeah, of
Oh.
course.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Circuit boards are melting.
Making a weird sound. Does she
Wow.
still have the pyramid thingy in her hand?
She does, yeah.
Okay. The final
It is sorry. It
the
is.
final thing I'll do
Mhm.
is I will reach over and take it out of her hands and go, I'll just keep this over here for a moment.
Hold on to it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Sorry, it's not in her hands. It is on a podium beside you, and there
Right.
is a wavering force field around it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So I will not touch it then. I'll leave it where it is.
Yeah, it's our decorative table ornament or
Mhm.
something.
So Zippy grabs her hot chocolate.
If anybody asks.
And picks up her hot chocolate and goes, "Okay, shall we go then?" And she picks up the pyramid again and turns it.
No!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that opens up a little an interesting little idea about timelines and stuff. Like what if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
were on this timeline and you reverse time? Like where would you go? You know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What if you went forwards in time and then
Well-
you went somewhere else and then reverse time? Would that create a paradox? Like how would that work?
It would seem to create a paradox. I don't know. I mean,
There's only one way to find out.
Yep.
Question.
Yes.
When we left the ship before going into that like reverse birth hole, did we take the replicator tube?
The
That's gross.
I know you were talking about having the replicator there. The replicator
Yeah.
was too big and heavy to take.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Thank you. That was
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, no problem.
we've been hanging
The
here
first
on this
birth
patio and
Why
yeah,
do we
eating
need
and
a
drinking.
replicator? We already have hot chocolate.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I hope that was fun. I know it was
yeah.
definitely interesting.
Yeah, that was
so
a
lot of fun.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I
very
think
much so.
we should
I
move.
like the science fiction games. Like it's more I like the fantasy settings too, but in the sci-fi ones I have more of a I know what to do. Like I don't know.
Like it
Yeah,
feels more
it's more
home, like at
right,
home.
right, kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I've traveled through time before, so medieval or science fiction is
Mhm.
perfectly fine.
It's weird though
Um,
because I like reading fantastical things.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
It's Amy.
It's Amy doing stuff with her new toy.
Yeah, I like reading more like weird fantastical stuff, but I feel more like I can operate without really putting a great deal of anxiety into it in the science fiction setting. So
Yeah.
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 Gotcha.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
Is that the fan setting?
That's the vibrato.
Oh, it's cool. That's probably the sound of
Glad you like it.
that's probably the sound of the steam people.
The Steam people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be very fitting.
Yeah.
I did a whole episode on Steam people.
That's chocolate.
Dark Angel. Oh.
They weren't really people though. They were just like vehicles
Mhm.
for men going around shooting shit in the West. And
Oh wow. Okay.
there's that one, a modern one. It was called The Steam Men of the Prairies and the Dark Rider Get Down. And it was like this really violent, like super gory thing written by a more modern writer named Joe Lanza. And he's this like crazy guy from Texas, and
Right.
he's written like tons of really like modern pulpy, like kind of horror sci-fi kind
Yeah.
of stuff. If
Okay.
anybody's seen the movie Bubba Hotel, he wrote
Oh,
Yep.
that story.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
that's his
it's
style,
like really, yeah, like so it's kind of really rednecky, sort of like violent. I mean, the movie is not really violent, but it's like I don't know. It's his style. Yeah, it's like so we had all these vampires and like the traveler, the time traveler from the time machine,
Mm-hmm.
like the H.G. Wells story, the time machine.
Yeah.
And he's like somehow he's been all distorted by his traveling through time, and now he's this like mutant that craves human blood.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Mhm.
like in this weird place in the West, and they've like killed everyone. And it's him and his Morlocks, like his Morlock servants, and it's really over the top and really violent.
Wow.
And it was like inspired by these stories from the 1800s that we did, which actually like those ones were really like they were really racist. I was kind of talking about them the other day, right?
Yeah.
And just yeah, it's but it's fun to read a more modern take on that. Like it's just this guy really having fun with it, right?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like,
How
yeah.
are you all doing?
Amy's now a 5-year-old child with a hammer, and all things need hammer.
Yeah, that's true. What? I didn't hear you.
Get down, get down.
I love the exoskeleton
That's
that
pretty
was
melodic.
I love the exoskeleton that was dropped in the chat.
Yeah,
Hello,
oh.
this is telephone. Oh, I see. It's got like a distance sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were describing when you were describing the exoskeleton and going, "Hey, that's from Alien."
Yep, that is exactly what I was describing.
Alien.
What?
I'm a spaceman.
And it was sort of
Sorry, that was loud.
I took that idea from the conflict table that I rolled on earlier. So it was kind of
Yeah.
like foreshadowing before you found
Right.
out that these things were just skeletons that had stuck meat on them.
Yeah.
I got to like foreshadow that with the exoskeleton.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sounds a bit.
See, I was thinking the pyramid thing was like
Was like what?
like mentally controlling them, and they were like, you know, that this was some kind of creature that fed off the body parts or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I was thinking.
there were a couple of theories that I heard that's like you said that about the mind control, and someone else said that they were told by the dead Mousons how to do this, and they're just carrying it out like a program.
Yeah.
And neither of those things were true, but they're good.
Yeah.
And I was debating,
Okay.
should I change the story? I was like, nah.
No, it's cool. Yeah, and the
Do I
thing is
sound
magically transporting us to a patio where we can drink. So that's cool.
Yep.
What's going on? Crazy.
All right. I'm going to head off.
All right, have a good week, everybody.
Yeah, you
And
too.
thanks for the game, Reagan. This was super fun. I really enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
I'll see you next weekend, I hope. Not next weekend, next week. Yeah.
Next week.
Okay.
Yeah, next Wednesday. Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right,
Okay, good night,
bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye now.